All right, so what is up, guys? So this is, kind of just a short little open box review, I guess you could say. So we did get a pair of AirPods Max, as you can see. These ones are the USB-C kind. And so, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I like them. I hate the case, though. I actually already ordered a new case to go with these, just because I kind of don't like how open this is, and also it looks a little goofy from all angles. I definitely like how convenient the case is when it comes to, I guess you could say, you can charge them on the bottom, but then it's not really much to it. I mean, it's literally just like an iPad case. There's basically these little magnets on the inside of the case that will, I guess you could say, put the AirPods into sleep mode or power them off. So these AirPods don't ever go to sleep. So they will go to sleep if you leave them out in the open for about 2 hours. So you're basically burning that 20-hour battery life that you get from these things. But if you put them in the sleep case or smart case, what they call it, boob case is what I call it, then it basically will put them in sleep mode. And then as they're in this case for longer periods of time, they'll go into deeper sleep mode. Now, I believe that there is a setting in the settings, say you want to actually just like turn them fully off. You can totally do that. But with these headphones, they don't ever really go to sleep. So if you really like headphones like the Sonys or the Beats that actually go to sleep, and say you could pick them up a month later and actually use them, these aren't your friend. These do not do that. These will not go to sleep for that period of time. I will say that 5 minutes of charging them will give you about 1.5 hours of use. So that is pretty good, especially quick charging. We all love it. And so I think it's pretty good. Right out of the box, you get a USB-C cord, the documentation, and just these. You don't get anything else. No covers or anything like that. Now, if we open them up, what I do like about these is that everything is modular. So you can replace almost anything. And so the ear cups, they do come off, as you can see from right here. And they're really easy to replace. You can just slide it back on like that. I will say that I like how modular it is, how you can replace the parts on these, especially with the headband. I will mention to you that Apple charges about $80, I believe, to replace these ear cups. And so definitely be looking for that price tag whenever you buy these, as well as they come at a $550 price range and about $600 with taxes and fees. I will say that the control button and the crown is very nice and seamless when it comes to turning up volume or talking to Siri, as well as hitting that control button to turn on noise cancellation and things like that. The other thing is transparency mode for these things. Transparency mode is probably the best and superior on AirPods to this date. And that's just because of the technology of the H1 chip inside of it. And so I would say that transparency mode is definitely one of those, like, if you must have it, then totally, and you get these if you like over-the-ear headphones. Obviously, if you like other AirPods, then they have awesome transparency mode with them. These are probably the best pair of transparency headphones that I've worn with, covering full ear. So they do look like I'm going to go to a gun range, and they are heavy, weighing at about, I don't even know how much they weigh. We'll just say that they're not like if you've held a pair of Sonys or Beats, they're just going to be slightly heavier. I will say that I will not be using this thing to work out in. I think that they look too pretty to go working out in. So this band, as you can see, it extends like that. It doesn't really have much friction to it, as what I hear from the Lightning AirPods, but it's still pretty seamless. It's smooth whenever it does it. You can make it bigger or smaller. So it's pretty neat whenever it comes to wanting to make it bigger. I will say that the headband cushion looks like it will wear out over time, just because things age, and this literally feels like a Office Depot chair. No complaints, honestly. They are very comfortable. They're probably the comfiest headphones I've ever worn. Let's do a microphone test. That way you guys can hear what it sounds like.
And so this is a microphone test of the AirPods Max.
And so this is a microphone test of my MacBook. And so I guess you could say this is kind of just like one of those open box reviews. I have listened to some tunes in these. Normally, I don't listen to podcasts in my over-the-ear headphones. I just prefer to use my AirPods, especially just because I like to walk around and listen to my podcasts. And these aren't really walking around headphones. It looks like a purse, I'm not going to lie. I just can't get over this case. One of the main dislikes about this is just the, I can't stand how it just does this. Like, I mean, it either rubs up against itself or just, so yeah, that's one of the icks about them. Put those aside. Anyway, so how do they sound? So, full disclaimer, I'm not an audiophile. I don't review headphones for a living. I mostly review phones and other products, but headphones are kind of just like now slipping on my board. You know, we've reviewed the Nothing Ear Ace. Click up here if you haven't seen that already. We've also reviewed the AirPods 4th gen. So if you want to see that, definitely click up here. But what can I say about these headphones from a non-audiophile perspective? I could say that they definitely sound great. They definitely sound much better, or like they sound like a great competitor to the 2nd generation AirPods Pro. The AirPods Pro already has amazing sound quality, especially with that H2 chip. These still have 2 times the noise cancellation just because they are over-the-ear headphones. I definitely feel like they block out a little bit more sound than the current AirPods Pro 2. Even though that they have H2 and this has the H1 chip. I would say that the one thing that isn't seamless with these things is the audio switching. So because it's still on the H1 chip, switching between devices and things like that is a little bit slower, especially just because it's running at Bluetooth, I believe 5.1 instead of 5.3. So audio switching, if you like to do that a lot, it's definitely going to be a little bit slower. It's not going to be like so slow like you're going to have to like go into Bluetooth and connect the device to your phone. It definitely works well. It's just not as seamless as the AirPods Pro 2 have been. I would also say that they sound great when it comes to spatial audio. We've been watching the Silo in them, and I can say that voices in the Silo and the action scenes in the Silo, especially just because it's an Apple TV original, sounds great. Spatial audio is definitely a game changer when it comes to over-the-ear headphones, especially if you're using it on Apple's audio codec. So that also works very well in spatial audio. Listening to music is totally awesome. It definitely feels more surrounding. And I guess the last thing I could say is the comfort. It is very comfortable. They are probably the most comfortable pair of headphones I've ever worn. The one thing I can say about them is that they are a little heavy, but say if you're just sitting down or you're just using them to travel, that's one of the reasons why I got them, is just because I'll use them to travel and edit videos, which this video is actually being edited on currently with the AirPods Max. I would say that yes, they sound great, especially if you're just sitting in a calm environment and you're not really moving around as much. They definitely aren't going to get in the way. Now, I will say that we will see how much they wear over time, because that mesh style headband looks like it does wear out over time. Yeah, the distortion's really good on it. The bass is actually the best bass I've heard on a pair of AirPods in a really long time, and actually probably for the first time. I feel like the AirPods Pro, they sound good, but they just sound like cans just a little bit. Not really squeakers, but these I feel like they kind of compete with the Nothing Ear A. The Nothing Ear A has amazing bass and treble on it, and it's really good at distorting both of them and not making it sound raspy. These have that same thing, and so they sound great, especially just because they're over-the-ear headphones. And so you're paying that luxury price. And I guess that is my initial review about these headphones. They are very nice. I will say that if you can find a pair of Lightning AirPods Max on sale and you don't really care about USB-C, I would say go for those. Just because they are the same headphones. There's nothing different about the two, at least from what Apple says. Both headphones have the same features, the same design, the same aesthetic, the same terrible looking case. But they are at a cheaper price. I will say be careful when it comes to buying these because there are a lot of great fakes out there that are really good at scamming. So definitely be careful when it comes to buying them. I guess you could say they're, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. The color is new, of course. This is the peach and orange color. But they have more colors on the website. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit that like and sub button. Let me know what you guys want to see in the new year. As y'all know that the New Year's is on the way. Hope to get this video out before New Year's. And so we'll catch you guys in the next one. So yeah, peace out.